Hey everyone, happy Friday. It is August 5th. The weekend is here, and this is Morandom Topics, I think number 29? Maybe 30? 29. It is 29. Yesterday was 28, which is 4 weeks. I'm balancing this on my laptop thing, so Ruhi hates it when my videos are shaky. Not realizing that my arm is very weak, and it's hard to hold my phone in front of my face at arm's length. And I don't have my unipod thing here, or my tripod. I don't have a tripod, so I'll get one at some point. Today I just finished my Tai Chi class. I'm going to swing this camera over here. You can see this is where we just had Tai Chi. And I'll swing my camera slowly over there so you can see that there's a party going on, which is why I'm not over there in the covered area. I'm in the car because the wind is very strong outside, and if I go out there, all you'll hear is what you don't want to hear. So, wow, this is a really big party. One of my students, Nahoa, came over here and said hi. It was really nice of him. He's one of my wushu students from high school. And his dad is one of the guys who came up and said he wanted to learn wushu too. So maybe they'll both take wushu with me at some point if I'm teaching wushu on the island again. So, today I wanted to talk about karma. And I really wanted to get into more depth about it because I saw this awesome video, but instead of talk about the video, I thought I would just post it up, link to it. So I'll post a link down in the description of this video, so check it out and watch that because it's really good. You know, a lot of people think of karma as just the cause and effect thing. Like, you do something bad to someone, something bad's going to happen to you. You know, if you're good to everyone, then something good will happen to you. That sort of karmic retribution sort of thing, right? Cause and effect. But that's really only, excuse me, I'm burping. That's really only one part of karma. Karma actually has 12 laws of karma. And they're all interesting. It's like the law of responsibility, the law of growth, the law of humility. One that's interesting is the 7th one, which is the law of focus, which is that you cannot think of two things at the same time. Did I not just talk about that? I just talked about that like a day or two ago on the Morandom Topics. Law of focus. When our focus is on spiritual values, it's impossible for us to have lower thoughts such as greed or anger. And then on the corollary of that, of course, is if you're only thinking about greed and anger, then it's hard to have spiritual thoughts. So what we think about is what manifests itself to us. And since we can only think about one thing at a time, it is physically, emotionally, mentally impossible for us to think of two things simultaneously. Proven by science. This is not my randomness here. There's actually scientific proof and research that human beings cannot multitask. It is impossible. We're just micro-switching between things, right? So if that's a reality, and we can only think about one thing at one time, then focus on that which will give us the best results, right? The best energy. And don't dilute our focus, which is really important. There's some other ones. The law of change. History repeats itself until we learn lessons that we need to change our path. Law of patience and reward. Law of significance and inspiration. There's all these interesting ones. So check it out. Check out that video. It's really cool. And I liked it a lot. Ruhi sent it to me, and so I posted it on my Facebook. So if you're my Facebook friend, you may have seen it already. So go watch it again. It's pretty cool. But it makes me think, you know, it's really cool. All these spiritual beliefs and disciplines, they all have truths, right? There's no like one religion that is all, you know, completely false. There's a bit of truth in every religion, which is why people follow them, because they can sense the truth in that religion. And all religions essentially at their core agree with each other. I mean, they're all about love. They're all about, you know, accepting that there's a higher power. They're about, the majority of them, the major world religions at least, they're about doing good to other people and helping others. Of course, for most religion, there's some sort of radical version of it that goes against that, even though it's doing it in the name of that, like Spanish Inquisition or ISIS, or, you know, there's all sorts of examples to the contrary. But at the core, if you just look at the teachings of religion, they're all very peaceful and they're all very similar. And so if you look at this is Buddhism, the karma. Is it karma Buddhism, or is it, well, I know it's Indian. The other thing I thought was interesting is karma actually means action. It is a Sanskrit word for action, so it's from India. It's not the word for like cause and effect. It's actually the word for action. So this is the spiritual laws of action. These are the laws of when an action is done, either emotionally, physically, spiritually, physically, any sort of action is done. These are the laws that govern those actions. So it's really cool. There's like these 12 governing laws of action, which I think is fantastic and fascinating. And people are pulling up here pretty close to me. This must be like the biggest party I've ever seen at this park. Huge. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. Check out the video, it's pretty cool. If you have any thoughts, you can share them as well for the 2 of you who watch this, because seriously, I don't think many people watch this. I look at the views and it's like 2 or 3. And then like if a keyword that is being searched for is in there, then maybe it'll get more views. But for the most part, I don't think anyone will search for karma, which will be the title of the video. Well, maybe someone is. So hey, people who I don't know looking for karma information, check out the 12 laws of karma. Check out that video in the link below. It's pretty cool. This weekend, what is my plan? I got work to do. I'm sort of revamping my company a bit. I've been meeting with an accountant. I'm going to redo some of my contracts. I'm kind of going back through and because I went to the Molokai Business Conference, which I showed you videos of from yesterday, kind of a montage. It was really good, really well done, and I really appreciate that they offered that to the community of business people here. A lot of entrepreneurs, and I really appreciate that information because it made me realize that I did some things when I started my company a couple years ago. I mean, the actual incorporation of my business, that I did some things incorrectly. So I'm kind of going back. I'm going to do them the right way. Backpedal a little bit, but it's better to do it now than to like not have to have it not done. So I'm going back. I have a accountant that I'm working with to change up my business structure a bit from what it was to what it's going to be. I was doing an LLC, filing as an S corp, but it didn't make sense for my purposes, so I'm going to change that up. It's going to be LLC, just a standard LLC, kind of like a sole proprietorship in a way. And I can always do the S corp election later if I want to, but I don't need to right now. Anyway, not important. And I'm going to get my accounting in a better order than it is because it's been spreadsheets and random software, and I'm going to really get that dialed in and my bookkeeping dialed in. And then my business processes, I've been doing better with that, and I've really been systematizing and documenting and creating followable systems for that, so that eventually I can bring someone on to help with some of the more day-to-day mundane tasks that are the same for every client I bring on. But anyway, that's what I've been focusing on. That's what I'm going to focus on this weekend, is really getting into that. Tomorrow is my free day. My weight loss is going pretty good. I'm not gaining, and in fact, it's interesting. You know how your weight always kind of wavers between whatever your base rate weight is. When you first lose weight, you'll go 2 or 3 pounds below, but then you might go 2 or 3 pounds above, and you're kind of within that 5 pound range of like your median weight. And so that median weight for me, the one that I'm circulating around, is slowly going down. So now when I gain a little weight, it's at a different place than it was before. So I'm definitely losing weight. And tomorrow I'll weigh myself before I do my free day to see what the results of this week have been. But so far so good. It's going really well. I'm less than I was a week ago. So as long as I'm continually dropping my average weight from week to week, that's what's important. Even if it's just a pound or 2, that's fine. Because a pound or 2 a week is 4 to 8 pounds a month, right? And 4 to 8 pounds a month is not too shabby. I'm more than happy with 8 pounds a month or 5 pounds a month, because 5 pounds a month in a year is 60 pounds. So if you can drop 60 pounds in a year, that's awesome. There's nothing wrong with that, nothing to be ashamed about. But we look at it from a day-to-day perspective. Oh, I'm only losing 1 pound a week. But that's actually okay. 1 pound a week is not too bad. It feels like not much because on a day-to-day basis, you're losing like 1/7 of a pound. So it feels like you're standing still, but it's cumulative and it compounds over time. Compound effect. So anyway, that's it for today. Hope you all have a great weekend. Are doing well this end of this first week of August, and take care of yourselves. be good to each other, and keep on. Well, I'm gonna drop this. Hold on. Let me do this the right way. Keep on keeping on.